Hello, students and families. This is a longer how-to video to find all of the features on our class website on Canvas. So to get to Canvas, you need to start out by going to morongousd.com. As you can see, I've highlighted it up here. And then you can click here on the digital tools in Google Classroom. You're going to click the link here. This opens up a page with all our digital tools. So just remember this page with the digital tools because we're going to come back here. To log into Canvas every day so you can get access to our Zoom links for our virtual learning together and for the lessons that may have been pre-recorded and for assignments, you need to log into Canvas. So from the digital tools page, you click here on this red circle for Canvas and then you log in. You use your student user ID, email, and password. Our courses here. Okay, I'm going to put it in student view. You don't have to do that, but I'm putting it there for you to see. Okay, so this is our home page and it is full of information. So first, just how do I find Zoom and how do I find what we're doing for today? So the first question, how do I find Zoom so I can get to my teacher's classroom? Well, there is a link down here, a button that says Zoom. If you click on it, it takes you to the location that has our link to join a Zoom meeting and the passcode needed to enter the room, the Zoom classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the button that says return to home. So every morning when you log in, or when your student logs in, you are going to see this big welcome to 6th grade and click below to get started. Almost every morning there should be a video or a audio recording from Mrs. Hanson or a different video to watch to start your day and get you excited about the day. Okay, so you start by watching the video or listening to the recording. If there's nothing, don't panic, just go to the next step. After you watch the videos, you click on this big yellow button. It says click here for today's learning. When you click on it, it takes you to the page with all of today's current lessons and assignments. They are scheduled out. Please know the schedule very often changes because we get a little off because some things go faster or some things go slower, or we have a smooth day with very few tech issues, or we have a rough day with a lot of technology issues. So the schedule may change, but this is the plan that we start with every morning. It's blocked out by times. There's lesson, what we're doing, a little bit of if there's assignments they need to do there. At the end of the day, if I gave a lesson and I recorded it, I will upload it here to the assignment. So if your student misses a day and it's a lesson that was recorded, you can review the lesson. If your student is stuck or wants to review a lesson, or you just want to see what the student and the teacher are doing every day, feel free to come to these pages after the day and see what lessons have been linked. Now this is important for you to know. At the bottom of every schedule for every day, I have a section that's assignments assigned today. And that is the work that was given to them for the day that they need to do independently or as following directions if it's in a group that they need to do and complete. There's links. Sometimes there's a lot of explanation. Sometimes there's less explanation. If they click on the assignment, it will usually take them to get more information. So for example, if we test this, click on this math testing if this works, it takes them to the page that has all the directions. Very often there are videos or extra instructions there and tasks for them to do. I'm going to hit the back button. Okay, So probably the very next. So the very next most asked question is going to be, how do I know if what assignments my kid has or I have, and where do I find them? Well, your child will have a to-do list. This is the test student, and the test student does not get their work done, so they have a long to-do list of assignments that haven't cleared off that go all the way to the end of the start of the year. So you can click here and see what it is. Now be sure you read, because sometimes in this, now like it's Sunday night and I have made the assignment and it may show up Monday morning. It does not necessarily mean it's time for the kid to do it yet. So if it's a brand new assignment that the child hasn't seen before, that does not mean it's missing. Okay. As your child finishes assignments, they are cleared off of the to-do list. Finishes and submits assignments, they are cleared off the to-do list. Some of our assignments are going to be ongoing and take more than one day to do. So they may sit here for a while. If you ever have a question, feel free to contact me. There are multiple ways to find the contact information. So you can scroll down here, and in this mix of buttons, there's one that says call me. And for some reason, the link is not working right now, so I will check that. But generally, if you call that, oh, my internet turned off. Let me fix that. Pause. And we're back after I fixed my internet. So, okay, we're going to hit the back button here because we're going to come out of this assignment. So if you have questions about your students' assignments, please feel free to contact me. Again, I'll attempt to show you the login and the contact information. Down here, it says call me. And if you click on it, it'll take you to a page that gives you information. I can be messaged through Canvas. That's over here on the left where it says inbox. You can click there and send me a message. That's a fast way to send me a message because it sends it to me in Canvas, and then it sends me an email to my work email telling me you messaged me. It also keeps your student in the website that we want them to be in. You can also email me. You can call the school and leave a message for me, and you can call or text this cell phone number between 3 and 8. Please know that if you call or text or email me during the instructional time, I may not immediately respond because I am working with the children. However, I will respond as quickly as I can. Okay. Probably the next most popular question is going to be, how do I find my students' grades? Well, they are here. There's a link to see the grades based on assignments that are done in Canvas. So if you click on it, you can see this. Again, this is a student who is the test student that the Canvas provided, and they don't do their work very much. So they have a lot of missing work. Please note that this is not the total sum of your child's grade. To have an accurate picture of your child's grade, you need to check Illuminate. And please note, it takes a while for me to update all the grading because it gets to be a lot quite fast. Again, if you have questions, email or call me or text me. That is the fastest way to get an answer. Okay. From our homepage, I just want to call your attention to a few more interesting pieces of information and places for you to look for help or to encourage your child to have some things to do or to help you know exactly what Miss Hanson's going on for. So let's say that your child was absent on Monday, but it's Tuesday now. So I link, as the day passes, the lessons for the week, the schedule for the week. So if your child was absent on Tuesday and you're wondering what they missed, go ahead and click on this link on Monday, and for Monday, and you will find all the assignments. At the end of the week, I take all of these links and I put them together for the week. And if you click on the week with the dates you missed, you can see this daily schedule with all the lessons and assignments and know what was going on for your student for that day. If you click here, it's because this is going to get to be quite a bit of information very fast. When we get past the week, I also put them here because we're going to get into 5, 10, 15 weeks pretty quickly and need a place to put them because I cannot put a bunch of buttons all over the place. It will get messy. It already is messy. So again, another place to look for you if you're wondering what is your student expected to do and behave, how are they expected to behave, as right here, class rules, it has a link to a document that you can download, and you open it and it tells you our rules. Okay, home. If you're wondering the schedule for the day, you can click here. There's a schedule. The schedule is about the same for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then Thursday has a slightly different schedule because we have a long break in the morning while people pick up meals. So please remember, the schedule can change, and usually does change some because life happens with sixth graders and Mrs. Hanson. Some other helpful things for you to know is there is a parent portal, and it has some information on there for you, and actually that I need you to follow up with. This is our introduction letter and syllabus. It gives you some information on who I am and how I run this classroom online. And it has a link to a questionnaire and contact information form that I need you to complete. So if you could please complete that, that would be wonderful. Click on the link and it will open up a form for you to complete. Thank you for doing that. That will help me keep track of your contact information and know more about you and your student and your family. Also in the parent portal is a link just by itself to the questionnaire form. Teacher contact information, teacher's office hours, because I do keep office hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1:30 to 2. I am available to meet with your student or you. And if that time doesn't work, you can contact me to make another time. And to see me during office hours, you just drop into our Zoom meeting here and use this passcode. You will be kept in the waiting room until I'm done meeting with other students or their families so that everyone has privacy. Also on there are how-to videos and classroom and a link to our classroom information page, which includes more of the same information just in another spot. It also has some information for your children, class numbers, and their Zoom display names because they're expected to log in using their first name, last initial, and their class number. So if they click here, there is a page that comes up with their information. I'm keeping it so you cannot see it because it has all of our students' information that while it doesn't show their last names, we want to protect them as much as possible, keeping their privacy for themselves. Okay, it has their small groups for reading and math. That pops up as a page. So they know where they need to be and on what day. That's for them. Again, teacher contact info, class schedule, class rule, and office hours. Okay. You can also find the classroom info by clicking this link here on our home page, and the small groups is out separate by itself. So some other helpful things for you are, these are recorded lessons. So lessons that I've already given or are posted here. So if you're interested in what we're learning, or your child is stuck on a lesson for the assignment for the day, you can look here. Or your child missed school, you can look here, and the lessons are recorded here. This page will constantly be growing as we add more lessons, and not every lesson and every activity is recorded, because I have to protect student privacy, and it also takes time to record and edit and upload lessons. But this will be a growing page. The most recent lessons are on the top, and as we go down, we get to older and older lessons. As you can see, we have quite a bit of math lessons already. Over here on this side, we have how-to videos. If you click here, how-to videos, it gives you information on lots of things for our classroom. How to find Zoom, today's assignments and lessons, and the teacher contact info, how to submit assignments, how to switch between Zoom and Chrome, how to show your work in math, how to change your name during a Zoom meeting. So all of these are helpful if you get stuck in a tech issue trying to navigate this page. And again, this is a growing resource. As we need more how-to videos, I will add them. So if you have a student who needs to see another teacher or another adult for services like speech, they have a time to meet, and they can click on this Superman button that says meet with other teachers, Zoom. And when they go there, it opens up a link to show them, to take them to their meeting with their other teachers. And probably my favorite part of this page is the classroom library, because if you listen to Miss Hanson for very long, you learn that she loves books and loves to read and loves to share books with others. Unfortunately, I have not found a way yet to get hard actual books into your students' hands easily, but I do have some resources online to read online. I am looking into how we can get them actual books so we can get their eyes off of a screen once in a while. So it has links to our current class read aloud that I'm reading in class. So as we progress through, I upload the reading for the day. And if your student misses a day and is really interested, they can keep reading. This one allows them to read or listen to books online. This one you get to read online. This one you listen, and this one you listen. Listening to books, they found doing research, activates the same parts of your brain as it does as if you were reading books. So if there is not a book available for your student to read with their eyes, it is absolutely acceptable for them to read with their ears by listening. And they can do that with lots of these resources here. We're going to look into how we get library cards so that they can have access to more books through the library to read online. Again, that's screen-based, but it's what we can do for now while we figure all of this out. If we can get them access to library cards and reading online, that will open up a whole lot more books to them, because sometimes the thing we find with these online book accounts is that unless you pay a lot of money, you're limited in the books you can pick. So in order to open up the world of reading to your students, I want to try to get them library cards. So when I get information on that, I will follow up with all of you. I also just put the link for our current read aloud here so that the kids can click on it on their own, uh, since it's what we're doing right now. Okay, also over here. So here's one thing. While we're in class, very often your student will be directed on the Today's Learning page to use Clever. And Clever is wonderful because Clever logs the students into almost all of our programs that we use online without them having to remember 8,500 passwords and usernames. It does a one login for all of them, which makes life a lot easier for all of us trying to remember passwords. So usually I link to Clever sign in our assignments and schedule. And it is, this page should look familiar to you. It's the digital tools page. If I didn't link to it, they just need to get to the digital tools page, which they can get to from the district webpage, www.morongousd.com, and clicking that link, digital tools in Google Classroom, that's up in the red at the top. So anyways, here is Clever. When they sign in, they can log in with their computer credentials. They use their same school username, email, password. They'll get taken to a home page that has a lot of links for a lot of different websites that we use in class. So they can click on the link based on what I've assigned them to do, and then they can get to work. Very often I assign them things from Renaissance reading, Renaissance Learning, which is where they do things like star reading and star math tests to assess their progress and where they're at and compared to other grade levels and other kids in their grade level. It's also where they can take their accelerated reader, also known as AR quizzes, which help us know if they are reading. This is their social studies book. They do get assignments to read or complete through there. This is Discovery Education. It is an online resource of educational materials that we use often for finding extra material to support a lesson. This is MobyMax. It's where they do skill-based language arts, math, social studies, and science lessons. This is the reading book. They will get some assignments through there. It also will be available to read the required reading lessons to your student if they struggle with reading independently. This is the math book. The math book does not do very well online. So while it's an online resource, it's not great. So we probably won't use it very much online, and we will just be using our actual paper math books. Go Noodle, we do that for little exercise and mindfulness and focus exercises. News in LA will be introduced to your children soon. It has a ton of current events articles. It's something they can read. It's also going to be something to help them practice nonfiction reading and social studies, learning of current events. It's really great too because as your student reads, it assesses where they're at and helps give them the article at the level that's appropriate for them, so it's not so low that it's boring and they speed through it and don't actually pay attention, and it's not so high that it's too much for them. So that's Clever. Now, you're supposed to be able to get to it through this link here on the side. The district has not yet successfully fixed that link, but eventually it should hopefully work, and it will do more than take us to Clever and do this to us a bunch. So your student very, very often in their assignments get things that they have to do through Google. And the wonderful thing is that those are saved in their Google Drive. So if for some reason they don't submit an assignment or they lose part of their work, in the assignment. If it was in Google, it saved it and they can find it in Google Drive. So it's not going to show you right now my Google Drive because I'm masquerading as the test student. And the test student doesn't have a Google Drive. It's probably why he doesn't get his work done. But so we can look there for files and work they're doing. Your student will be expected to keep up on a few notebooks that will be growing resources where we will put notes that we complete in class, and they will do some of their assignments in there, and also a reader response book where they will be doing daily and weekly entries based on lessons or Miss Hanson's directions for reading and writing. Those are going to be growing resources. They're intended for them to take with them when they leave at the end of the year and have a lot of knowledge from what they did for the year on things like how to write good constructed responses or how to combine sentences. It's also intended to be a resource that they use now to help them because almost everything is open book and open notes to support them while they learn. And one of their resources is going to be their own notebooks with their own notes. And I always encourage them to use those. And I think that's probably way more than enough information for today. Please be sure that you have read the syllabus with the course introduction and policies for my class. And please, please, please be sure that you've completed this family questionnaire and contact information form. I'm also sending this information to you through email, and it is available on the webs on our class site. So please make sure in one way or another that you have filled out that information for me. It would be great. As this site, I encourage you to visit this site every once in a while and click around and see what you see, because as the year goes on, we will be adding more to the site. Again, please feel free to message me either through the Canvas inbox or through the email or texting or calling. My contact information is available down here at the bottom at this page, link that says call me. I look forward to working with you this year to support your student, and we will all learn a lot together.